What up, folks? I'm Ultrazilla with an Ultrazilla live tonight on a Saturday night, September 13th. Um, I was gonna do a live stream last weekend, and it didn't really happen. I was supposed to get a package from a Big Bad Toy Store, and unfortunately, you guys know the story. It just came late. BBTS shipped it late to begin with, and then it came late. So it didn't come last Saturday, so I couldn't do it. And then I left it up to you guys whether or not I should do a live stream. And you guys voted on no live stream for Monday night, so you got an unboxing of that BBTS pile of loot, which was totally fine. It works for me, but I felt like I wanted to do a live stream anyway. For the folks that wanted to hang out, I wanted to hang out too. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Ghost? I know you're a big fan of the live streams, and I'm glad you're here and able to hang out on a Saturday night. As always, be my sounding board. Let me know if it looks good, if it sounds good, all of that nice and early while we wait for more folks to stop by. But if not, we're gonna just hang out, chat a little bit. I decided last minute to bring some stuff to do while we do this, because it's always good to do stuff. I today I actually did a bunch of intros for reviews for this week. Mostly stuff that I got like in that BBTS haul that I haven't reviewed yet, as well as like a few new things like this guy here, which is very, very cool. This is Onyx Prime, and I think a lot of folks are going to really, really dig this guy. He looks amazing. First saw this guy at Toy Fair earlier this year, and it looked absolutely phenomenal. This is one of the 13 primes. It is a leader class figure, and holy cow, this thing looks awesome. And it has like 3 different modes. What's up, Mecha Kongzilla? Welcome. I hope you enjoyed our King Homer review earlier this week. Like, I thought that was a really cool figure. If you haven't seen it, please go check it out. If you're a Kong fan, it's really, really awesome and excellent. Good to hear. I actually found my old mic that I haven't used in forever, because when I stopped doing live streams like normally, I just kind of like put it away, and I just didn't know where it was. But I found it, and I was hoping it still worked. It's a little dented, so I don't know how great it sounds, if it sounds tinny or not, but I figured why not try it, and like I keep saying, the more I do these, the better it'll get. And I'm hoping to, maybe subscribe to StreamYard again so I can get all the little like all the bells and whistles that come with it. But this thing looks amazing. I started messing around with it. I only got through the opening of the video today, and then I opened it, and that's when I was like, oh, I should open some of this stuff tonight, while I chat a little bit. So like I said, it's a little bit more to do, but this thing is quite incredible. I forget what my camera is. There it is. This thing is quite incredible looking. It looks really, really, really nice. You got Onyx Prime this week as well. Loving it. Very, very cool. Yeah, I got to get to the Centaur mode, which I can't wait to do. But this regular kind of robot mode is pretty awesome, pretty beast like as well. It's really, really nice. I mean, I gotta say, this is excellent looking. So yeah, looking forward to checking this guy out more at some point this week. Like, I don't know what the schedule is. Actually, I do know what like Monday is. Um, because I did finish my Mixmaster review, because I cannot wait to form Devastator. So yeah, I know a lot of Transformers right now, but there's a big wave that just came out, and I've gotten a bunch of them in. So that's what I'm doing. But I do know that I have a bunch of Godzilla stuff coming in the next few weeks. There's a bunch of Super 7 coming out. There's a bunch of Bandai stuff coming out. So do stay tuned. There's going to be stuff to be mixed in for sure. I got a couple other things that I want to open up in a little bit. Alligator Con from Super 7. Speaking of Super 7, which, again, like I did the openings of these, and these are reviews you'll see this week. So this is like a little preview. And Alien Romulus Scorched Xenomorph. So I'm going to open those in a few. I still miss Kofi Azilla streams on Saturday. The coffee and kaiju streams were really cool. Somebody else is doing coffee and kaiju now on Sunday mornings every once in a while. So it's all good, it's all good. I seen it, generally got to pick up King Homer up sometime. Love the way it looked when I first saw it, and I always liked that episode of Simpsons. Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time since I watched it till this week. I showed Ultrazilla Jr. for the first time, that Simpsons Treehouse of Horror episode, which was only, season 3. And it was only the second Treehouse of Horror. And then we watched the Godzilla one, the Homerzilla one, and that one's even better, and I hope they make toys of that. That would be really, really, really cool. But it's a cool little figure. I think I like the plush more, which is odd because I'm not a big plush guy, but the plush is just so awesome. It was so big. So I really enjoyed that figure. But both of them are excellent. Like Jax, really, I mean, who knew that we were gonna get like even one King Homer figure, and we got 2 this year. So pretty awesome, and I hope we get the Homerzilla, and like I think that's gonna be pretty awesome. Ghost says, thoughts on Kamen Riders? That's loving episode 1. Impressed how accessible on their worldwide airing. I haven't watched it yet. I'll be honest. Like, I've never, like, I've liked Kamen Rider. I think I've said this many times. I've liked Kamen Rider. I like Kamen Rider, but like, I'm not like the biggest follower season to season. Like, I'll watch like little bits here and there. So I don't really get into watching a lot of the seasons. But I mean, it looks cool. Like I'm always into like all the suits. So I should check it out since it's like very accessible. Like we did finally check out Ultraman Omega episode 1, and that was cool. Like, but it wasn't like, it didn't blow me away. And that's been an unfortunate thing with like the Ultraman shows of late. Like I haven't loved them. Like I thought Blazar was really cool, but we didn't finish watching that either. So it's been a while since we've like totally finished watching even an Ultraman show. So it is what it is, like there's only so many things I could totally get into, but I do want to check that out. I do want to check it out. Why not? Because it's free to watch. It's on their YouTube, I'm assuming, Zets. But well, I might have to check it out. Like right now, as far as shows go, like watching the shows, the animes that we've like enjoyed, like Kaiju number 8. Haven't seen the new episode yet today. But loving the new season. It's been awesome. It's just, it's been really good. Dan to Dan has been amazing. That has a kaiju right now, guys. Like, if you haven't watched it, there's a kaiju in Dan to Dan right now in the current episode. So it's really awesome. Definitely recommend it. Yeah. So, but yeah, like I said, on Omega, one other thought on Omega that I thought was interesting is like there was no like English dub yet, and I've enjoyed all of like their dubs, so it's a little easier for me to follow. But yeah, like I'm surprised that it hasn't been dubbed yet. I heard that it was like delayed for some reason. More thoughts on Homerzilla? I would love a Homerzilla 2. Always love a Kong versus Godzilla display. Absolutely, like those would be awesome. And if we get a plush and a figure like we did with King Homer, that would be excellent. Like I'm totally in. Like Jax has me on those for sure. Like they're both really, 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 really cool. Like I said, yeah, I impressed with those figures. But the other show that I'm loving is Alien Earth. It is really, really good. And now this is not Alien Earth, but there's no Alien Earth figures as of yet. I saw some pops were announced, but no Alien Earth figures. But I did watch Alien Romulus recently, and I figured let's get an alien here because yeah, it's been quite a while. That was a huge part of the channel for a long time. Between some of the NECA stuff that I reviewed, a ton of the Hiya Toys stuff. I mean, that's how I started with reviewing Hiya Toys, was like the alien stuff and the Predator stuff. If you guys recall, that was like amazing, like an amazing amount of stuff that I reviewed. So I really love doing the alien stuff, but I think it was mostly because like me getting kind of out of it a little bit and haven't watched, like I never watched Prometheus, I never watched Alien Covenant either, and that kind of like like kind of just got me out of it a bit. So I think getting back into it with Alien Earth has been really good for me overall. Like, and Ultrazilla Jr. is really liking a lot of stuff, alien stuff as well. And that is awesome. I feel like we watched Aliens versus Predator, which is really tame, but like, I feel like, some of that stuff, I think I got to wait a little bit, just, age wise. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Like you've seen a lot of clips of stuff, and especially like of Alien Earth. And this Alien Earth is just so good. Like if you guys haven't seen it, definitely check it out, especially if you dig aliens. But Alien Romulus, glad to have finally watched that as well, and that was awesome. Let's check out this alien figure. Big dude. I don't remember how big the other aliens figures were, but like holy cow, this is a huge figure. This is really, really cool. So Scorched Alien is basically the bad guy of Romulus, if you haven't seen it. The bad guy. The lead alien. And this thing looks awesome. I feel like it needs a little heat, maybe. It's a NECA. That happens sometimes. Also got to always watch where the joints are. Make sure you're closing them the right way. But this thing looks really great. Really, really nice alien figure, which is cool. So it's good to handle one again. It's been quite a while. Doesn't feel like any different than like the older alien figures I've handled from NECA, but it looks cool. It looks like it's translucent plastic, which could be good, could be bad. But this is pretty awesome. Dan the Dan's doing homage to Godzilla, loving it. Surprise hit of the season has been Rebirth Verse after episode 3. I'm loving the anime. Rebirth Verse. Gotta remember that one. Rebirth Verse. Okay. What is it about? Let us know down below. Well, down wherever you're answering. But this is cool. And it comes with, of course, a face hugger and a chest burster. And the cool thing about this, and hands, a base, and the cool thing about this is it comes with a different dome, which is cool. So the Dan kaiju, just to mention it, is really cool. Like it kind of looks like Gomora from like a cross between Gomora and Red King from Ultraman, but it's like I had to change it for the anime because it was a bit too close to that, so they changed like the head shape a little bit. I thought it was pretty cool. But watching a lot of Dragon Ball Z lately. Why not? I mean, it's always good to watch the you know, the stuff that you're into, you know, like why not? Ghost thought Alien Earth episode 1 was amazing. Not crazy about later episodes. Alien Romulus was a 9 out of 10 until the last 15 minutes. That was a weird take. Dropped to a 7 for me. I have to agree with most of this take. Like, I really, really loved it till that ending. Which I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we've done that type of ending before with Alien Resurrection in a way. And then it incorporates a lot of the stuff that I like, even though I haven't seen them, that I know is part of like the Romulus and Alien Covenant lore. But yeah, I get it. I get it. Like, I didn't love that either. Alien Romulus was pretty decent in my opinion, but man, I need to see Alien Earth. It looks really good. I love Alien Earth. I think it's quite good. It's interesting to see where it's going. I mean, if you haven't seen episode 5 yet, which is like a remake of Alien, basically, it is worth watching just on its own. Like, you don't need to watch the rest of the series to watch that one episode, which is incredible. Really, really, really good. Like, like excellent, honestly. So it's cool. I like all the other like aliens, like the eye alien and stuff. Really good. Just awesome all around. In my opinion. I'd be curious to know what you didn't like about it, but Ghost, but like I think it's really good so far. It's type really good. Promise is still a good experience for me. Yeah, I mean it's real. Like, I really like it. I want to see like I know they're making a sequel, but I know Fede Alvarez is like dropping out of it. Like, I hope they continue the story that was presented. So like, I want to see those two survive, those characters that survive again. And maybe if Ridley Scott comes back, I don't know if he's going to do that. He said he wants to come back, so I don't know if that's what's going to happen. To finish, kind of wrap up his thing. Like maybe he can mix and match, because there was already mix and match already. So Rebirth Verse is basically a guy goes to feudal Japan, but it's a futuristic setting. Has giant mecha fights because Japan. First 2 episodes were okay, but episode 3 was amazing and only got better. Rebirth Verse. I will have to check it out for sure. Definitely. Alien Earth has really good actors that behave like kids. Right, they're supposed to, but the writing is not doing it for me. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't had any real problems. I think it's got some really interesting plot lines going, like a bunch of different things. So I'll be interested to see where it goes. I mean, I gotta figure like it kind of like ends with the end of that Prodigy company, because we never hear about them again in like future Alien stuff. So and that's on them, right? Like, that's basically what the story is. Like, human greed leads to its demise. So it is what it is. But this is really cool. This is good, and I hope we see some Alien Earth toys from NECA as well. That would be really cool, because I need a T Oculus figure, little like octopus figure. That would be octopus, yeah, little eye octopus figure. That thing is awesome. So, and I'm sure we're gonna get another like fight between the Xenomorphs and T Oculus, which, if you haven't seen episode 5, that's what you're missing. Anyway, this thing is really cool. Looking forward to doing this review. I think my plan is to review it on Tuesday, since that's when Alien Earth comes out, and I felt like when I did review this, I wanted to be on the same night. So I don't know, maybe, you know, you catch some algorithm stuff on aliens, right? Why not? So those are the things like I've been watching. I mean, it's all not like a ton. Oh, and I started watching. Me and Ultrazilla Jr. started watching One Piece, the live action. I've seen it already. I like the One Piece live action, but Ultrazilla Jr. didn't watch it with me the first time I watched it, so I felt like, you know, with season 2 coming, it was a good time for a rewatch of that. You know, and so far, like, you know, the first few episodes are a little like tough, but Ultrazilla Jr. so far is liking it, and that's cool. Like that is the point, because I liked it overall. So it's like, but yeah, getting through those first few episodes again is just like, oh gosh, yes, I remember it being a little bit of a slog to start. So that's that. We started watching that again. You know, I do also want to watch Rings of Power again from the beginning. Ultrazilla Jr. hasn't started that, so I'm just kind of looking for stuff that we could watch together. You know, lately. So, you know, and we were trying. Like I said, we were trying to watch the Ultraman show, and we try. Like every season, we try, and then it's just like we're just, you know, I don't know. I feel like I'm just not into that style of storytelling right now. It just doesn't feel that good. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. One Piece is fun. I'm impressed at how they slowly introduce things that are hard hard to believe. Yeah, it's interesting. It's pretty good though. Like I mean, you know, considering One Piece is so vast of a both manga and anime, like the fact that I feel like the live action is doing okay, you know, what it's doing, and just kind of like, you know, grabbing the important points and putting it in, you know, that's good. I think that's, you know, a decent try. So I give them credit for that. It's not an easy one to do, but I think they're doing okay. And we'll see how the second season goes. Which, from what I've seen, you know, it sounds pretty good. So this is Alligator Con. If anybody knows who this is basically like Optimus Prime, like the body of Optimus Prime, repurposed into an alligator, like a robot alligator. And yeah, I got this for half off at BBTS. A lot of sales at BBTS lately. A lot of good sales lately. So if you haven't taken advantage of it, do check it out. This is about as good as I thought, which is like, and why I didn't want to pay full price for this thing. But it's okay. It's a fun little figure to have gotten for half off. You know, deals are good. But this is pretty interesting. Oh, I finally saw Thunderbolts now that it's on Disney Plus. That was pretty good. Better than I expected. Entertaining. I like the cast. I think his cast is pretty good. But yeah, a little Alligator Con. Do recommend Kaima Rider Gov, and now that stay balanced, mature, and kid material really nicely. And Gov bad guys turn humans into snacks. Okay, and most humans don't make it alive. Oh, all right. Well, you know, it is what it is. Anywho, like, I mean, I do want to check that out. I'll check out Zets. So that's on the YouTube channel, I guess. You know, we'll have to give it a whirl. This guy's pretty cool. Not my favorite thing in the world, but then again, you know, like I said, half off. Why not, right? This week, I think I have something cool coming in. I'm not 100% sure if it's coming this week. I don't want to reveal it. But like I said, there's a bunch of Godzilla stuff in the works. And if you guys didn't see, HLJ got DHL back, which is fantastic. So there is tariffs that will get added on by DHL once it gets to the States. But the fact that they're at least, doing DHL again, where before they weren't doing anything for a couple of weeks there, and I just, it led me to cancel everything, honestly. I canceled all of my HLJ pre-orders. But I do have something in my private warehouse that I have to ship. So now that the DHL is back, and a bunch of, like I said, there's a bunch of Godzilla stuff coming out, like Godziburst stuff, and bunch of other stuff. Like I know the SH Monster Arts, Godzilla Millennium is coming out. Millennium? Was it Millennium? I forget. 2000. Was it 2003? I can't remember which one right now. I'm like blanking. But you guys know. Early 2000s. SH Monster Arts is coming too. I originally had my pre-order there, so I might get it back. I'm not 100% sure yet. But I have to ship the thing that's there already, so something is going to go with it, because the thing I do have there is small, and I'm not shipping it by itself. So yes, Kushatsu is doing a live premiere, and the episode goes on loop for days. Episode 2 premieres today. Don't know what they will do for previous episodes. Okay. I will, like I said, I will check it out. Started to get into buying Dragon Ball figures, while some characters have been reissued, with characters like Broly and Majin Buu getting released. I feel like I won't have to wait too long. Are you getting SH Figure Arts or Dragon Stars? Let us know. These are SH Figure Arts line. There you go. You let us know. Cool. Yeah, there's a lot of re-releases right now, which is good. So if you're just getting into the Dragon Ball stuff, and somebody's zooming by. All of the Figure Arts Dragon Ball stuff that I've reviewed on the channel, it's not like a ton, but if you go through the channel, in one of my playlists, you'll see a bunch. They were good. I think all of them were pretty good. So yeah, that's a good subline. I mean, it's one of their most popular, obviously. So have at it. Enjoy. I will be at, if you guys haven't seen me post about it on Facebook, I will be at Kaiju Brooklyn's Gamraween event coming up in about a month and a half. It's on Halloween. On Halloween itself, there's going to be the Heisei Gamras are screening all 3 at the Tom Kane Theater in Industry City, Brooklyn, right by Japan Village, which has the Bandai store and Book Off. So it's a really cool destination. It's a really cool place to be during Halloween. There's other events going on. So we'll be there. As part of the event, it's going to be a small marketplace, so I'll be selling a bunch of kaiju stuff, as well as probably some horror stuff too, because I have a bunch of horror toys that I'm probably going to be putting out for the event. I don't know what we're going to be yet, but we're going to be something for sure. We were thinking about being the Kaiju number 8 cleanup crew, you know what I'm saying? Or Kafka, that his previous troop that he was part of. So we were thinking about doing those uniforms for me and Ultrazilla Jr. For that, which I think will be a lot of fun. So that's what we're thinking about doing for that. But yeah, it should be good. A little bit of a marketplace, a little bit of a hangout. Gamera 3 is a horror movie. So while we probably won't be able to catch the first 2 movies because we'll be out in the marketplace, I think by the end we'll probably be able to go in and check it out. I have to remember that Dragon Stars was there since I got cooler from the line. Dragon Stars is not a bad brand. Bandai sent me that 2-pack recently, and I thought it was a pretty decent, pretty decent figures. And I reviewed a lot of Dragon Stars as well. It's not a bad line. Like, I think like Bandai here in the US does a decent job. So, why not, On the bright side, you won't find a problem, get a figure. Goku's are always around. I still have to watch Camera 3. I love the design of villain, but I've been so close to buy the statues of Iris. Yeah, watch Camera 3. It's a horror movie. We watched it recently again. And yeah, it's a horror movie. No doubt about it. But yeah, it's a perfect movie to watch on Halloween because, again, horror movie. So that was how we started this. Like, we were like going back and forth, all the behind the scenes guys at Kaiju Brooklyn, and we were talking like, want to do a Halloween event, what kaiju thing can we do? And we came, we're like, oh, Gamma 3 is definitely a horror movie. So, but then we were like, it's Gamma's 60th, like, why don't we just do a marathon? And that's what they did, put together a marathon. So hopefully we'll get a bunch of folks coming through. Should be interesting. I will be at Industry City soon in the next couple of weeks to help promote this event. I'll be giving out some cards and hanging out and stuff. So I might get a video out of that. So do stay tuned for that. And there's definitely going to be a video of this event as well, at least the outside, probably can't really show movie stuff, but like, I'll be showing stuff of that day. Seen Thunderbolts, I really liked it. Hopefully, we'll be able to get the whole team relatively soon. And lines like Marvel Legends, Fantastic Four was pretty good too, in my opinions. No spoiler, of course. I didn't see Fantastic Four, unfortunately. The last movie we saw in theater was Jurassic World Rebirth. I don't know if I talked about that here at all, but I might have. It was a while ago. I have a bunch of Dragon Stars. It's great for the lesser characters. Definitely. 2-pack of Goku. That 2-pack Goku, I have my eye on. Not gonna lie, it looks really neat. It is up on my eBay right now. The link will be. I don't know if it's below this video because I don't think I put everything, but I might have. Check it out to my eBay page if you want it. I take best offers. So shoot me an offer and you'll probably get it, like for what you want. But I do have like a minimum. So, just keep that in mind. If it gets like automatically like declined, it's not me, it's eBay. But yeah, it's on my eBay right now. Dorian Coleman, hello, welcome. It's good to see somebody else here. Hey, but Ghosts and Mecha Kongzilla have been holding it and been holding my attention. And it's always good because, like, I just wanted to chat, like, with whoever wanted to chat. So we've been having a really good chat, I think, honestly. Dorian says Gamma 3 is one of the best kaiju movies of all time, in my opinion. I think all three of those movies are some of the best movies of all time. But Gamma 3 is really incredible. And I got to tell you, like, back in the day, like, of the three, it was my least favorite. But having watched it again now recently, man, it's so good. Like, I don't know what I was thinking back then. You're right. It's one of the best of all time. And it's definitely a horror movie, right? Like, I think it's a perfect one for Halloween. I like all the Heisei Gamma movies. Definitely need to get at least one of the Monster Arts sometime soon. The Monster Arts Gamma stuff has been really good. I did not get Iris, unfortunately. Yeah, it never came down to a price that I really wanted to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had like alerts on it for price drops. Never came down to a price that I was comfortable paying. Especially because I know it's very fiddly. Unfortunately, Legion is out of my price range completely. So it is what it is. Like, I'm not going to be spending $500 on a single toy ever. Hey, speaking of toys that are very expensive, there might be some interesting things happening here very soon. I kind of hinted at that a little earlier, but actually now I'm thinking about it, it's probably not this coming week. But stay tuned. It might be something very, very interesting coming to the channel from a company. So do stay tuned, or it might not. But we'll see. There's things in the works at least of something really, really cool, like amazingly cool. So I'm really looking forward to it if it happens. Did you see the Tokyo Tamashii show this week? They reveal a lot of Ultraman and Monster Arts figures. I didn't see a lot of. Did I see Ultraman figures? Let me know. I saw some like re-releases, I think. What was the I gotta check that out then, because I didn't see a lot of Ultraman stuff. I saw the Mega Gearus, which looks awesome. That was the only real reveal at that show from Monster Arts. But I'll be talking about that on the Ultra Z News tomorrow night. But Ultraman, I only saw like a couple things that I think were already out before that, like a little tweaked or something. But I'll check into it because, yeah, Ultra Z News and stuff. He said Gamera's definitely up there as some of the best kaiju genre has to offer. Absolutely, so good. All three of the Gamera trilogy films focus on different aspects of the genre. The third one definitely leads on the horror side. Absolutely. What are some other like kaiju horror movies you guys think lean that way? Let me know. It's good to talk about the stuff with Halloween coming up. Yeah, consider Shima Iris, but for Legion, I'm definitely going to get the movie monster series, which is nice. It's a nice piece, and I have the old Revoltex, so it's not like I don't have like a Mother Legion in the collection. I have a couple of them. That one should do me just fine. Absolutely, like that is just way too expensive. Personally, I've had a limit of $300 is my limit on anything. There's been stuff that like has been very, very tempting, but I gone over? I don't think I've gone over, and if I have, wasn't the base price. It might have been like with shipping or with like tax and shipping, whatever. But base price wise, I've never spent over 300 on a single item. They showed Monstars, Megaguirus, Godzilla 2000 more. Yeah, well, Godzilla 2000, yeah, it is actually coming out like next week. That one was out. Like that one is coming. That's what it was. Godzilla, it's from this movie. So yeah, Megaguirus looks amazing. Love it. Love how that looks. Can't wait. So definitely have to get that. Hopefully they don't overprice that. But yeah, definitely want it. The first film focuses more on sci-fi fantasy world building elements. The second is more of a classic military versus monster movie, and it's so good. Legion's still my favorite movie, for sure. They also show Red King, Ella King, both of and a bunch of new Ultraman, Omega, and some older Ultraman. Yeah, I gotta check it out. I gotta check. Red King and Ella King, have been out already, unless it's their variants. I gotta check it out. GMK is probably the most horror-focused kaiju movie that I can think of. At times, it almost feels like a slasher movie with the monsters targeting teenagers. Wow, I've never thought about it like that, but that's an interesting take for sure. Like, really interesting. I think you're onto something there, Dorian. I never really thought about it like that. I was always so giddy about how like amazing everything looked, and I guess same director as the Heisei trilogy of Gamera too. So like that's interesting. Very, very, very interesting. What's up, Nathan? Welcome. Don't know how long we're sticking around tonight, just to let you know. But as long as we're chatting, Let me know if you want to talk about anything. We're kind of like flipping back and forth on a lot of different things. Are you late? Yeah, a little bit late, but that's okay. We're gonna be here for a little while longer. So like I said, chat about whatever you'd like. Let me know. But we're 40 minutes into it now, and you guys know, like I always go somewhere between 45 and an hour. So, So chat. Definitely going to get Shima Godzilla 2000. Grew up with that design. Is one of the first ones I've seen. And Megaguirus is also a treat. So definitely going to buy them. Yeah. I had Godzilla 2000 on pre-order at HLJ, but when all this tariff stuff hit, we haven't talked about it too much. I actually don't really feel like talking about that stuff. Although that's saying that HLJ has, I talked about it a lot already. I dedicated a whole video on it, so go watch that. But like, it's good that HLJ got DHL back. Although I have seen a lot of folks talking about, getting hit with the tariff charge, which DHL will send you a little bill and you got to click it and you got to pay it. It is what it is. But I have something that has to be shipped out from HLJ that I want. So we'll see if I add, the Godzilla 2000 back into it. If not, I will just get it when it comes out here in the States. But there's also all that Godzilla stuff coming out, and which is out in the next week as well. And I'm really interested in checking that out. I know it's not gonna be that great, but like, it just looks fun, and the trailer was so fun for it. So definitely stuff I want to check out on channel. There's also a bunch from this side of the ocean, a bunch of Bandai Godzilla Monster series stuff that I haven't checked out yet, like Burning Godzilla, Destroya, and Ghidorah comes out this week too. So I wanna check those out. I think because those are easy to check out. They're cheap. Cheap is good, guys. Cheap is good. If I could fill in like some like cheap Godzilla stuff, that would be good because there's been other stuff that I've had to pay for lately. Also, guess what I got for my birthday? Well, happy birthday first and foremost. Got the Shima Godzilla -1, minus color. Excellent. Super 7 Godzilla -1 charging. That's a really good piece. Mega Heat Ray Evolved Godzilla. Very cool. And the 2007 release of the Bandai America Godzilla 68 272. Very, very nice. Congratulations, Nathan. All of that stuff sounds wonderful. So happy birthday once again. That's a nice birthday haul for sure. Excellent. I think GMK was trying to cash in on the J-horror genre that was becoming more mainstream and popular at the time. That's true. That was around that same time period, wasn't it? Like the Ring and stuff, and what was it? The Eye, and there's a few others that I'm forgetting that were very, very popular. But you're right. That was very awesome. Figure Arts just announced they are doing a Thunder Gridman. Excellent. I will check that out soon. The Gridman figure was pretty good. So birthday was actually on September 3rd. Well, belated. Happy belated birthday. Very cool. I was never into tokusatsu shows like Garo and Wingman. Showed me how good shows come in all shapes and sizes. Garo is excellent. Like really, really good. Like, I love Garo. I have not covered enough Garo toys on this channel, mostly because it's not been a lot of Garo toys, since I started the channel. I did do like one figure arts and one other figure, I believe, like an older figure. But Garo is excellent, like excellent show. Like, I haven't watched it recently, but like everything I've watched Garo wise is really good. And it has been like some like older Garo toys that I've been like wanting to get, that I keep like eBay, like looking at eBay for, and in person at like Book Off and stuff. Kind of like some minor grails, as I like to call them. Not like major grails. Major grails for me are like stuff from when I was like young, but minor grails are like stuff that came out in a time period where I wasn't collecting. So like there's some Garo stuff in that time period that I would love to get. For Godziburst, a certain figure with 2 words really caught my attention, along with some of the other cool colorways. For some reason, the Kaiju Gatling Geigen is definitely going to be a yes. I want Gatling Geigen for sure. Now, I didn't pre-order anything because, again, with all the stuff happening overseas with tariffs, it wasn't like I didn't want to like put pre-orders in for anything right now. And that one's been sold out a lot pre-order wise, but I'm hoping once this stuff comes out, like again, I believe it's this coming week or the next week, like I hope to catch that one. But yeah, definitely Gatling Geigen has to be something to get. Next week, NECA is going to put up the pre-order for the 2012 TMNT and Shredder. Gotta get those. Like, I love the 2012 TMNT. I love those designs. I have the Revoltex, and I really need. I don't know if I need Shredder. I actually don't love the Shredder design, but I do love the turtle designs. So yeah, gotta get it. Yeah, no doubt, gotta get those turtles. I missed the old Bandai American vinyl figures. They were my introduction to Godzilla toys. I think a lot of folks, like would say the same thing, that time period of Godzilla stuff, like it was really cool. The one that Nathan got, like, is such a classic, like even like me as like an older collector, like I always look at that figure as just like a, like kind of like a seminal Godzilla Bandai figure. So it's really cool. Oh, I forgot about the Bandai MMS Godzilla 1971. Excellent. A lot of stuff there, man. I watched Gara the animation, then somebody told me it was a tokusatsu, so I started watching it, was impressed. Yeah, I only watched a little bit of the animation, but the first few seasons of Gara was so good. I forget which one I stopped at. I mean, there's been many since I stopped watching, but I can't remember right now. But yeah, good stuff for sure. Wonder if Gatling Geiken is from some upcoming media or if it's something Bandai created themselves. Now, what I said during the Ultra Z news when I talked about that stuff was I think that Gatling Geigen is gonna be part of, like, those Godzilla like shorts, those movies that they do, because they never do anything without a reason. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's gonna be part of something for sure. Hey, Ultrazilla. Thanks. Hi, John. I didn't mean to say. I'm Ultrazilla. Hi, John. How are you? I guess part of the reason I want Gatling Geigen is not because I like Geigen, but it fits with the idea of Geigen having interchangeable weapons like it did in Final Wars with Skites and Chainsaw. Absolutely. I gotta get that Chainsaw movie monster series. Now, like, I recently, this past week, reviewed movie monster series Super Godzilla, and I didn't love it. But I do want that Gatling, Chainsaw Geigen. I think that would be really cool to get. Yeah, it's a weird thing. Like, I'm just like not as into the vinyls right now, like those vinyls, like for some reason. I just haven't had the urge to get them. Like, I guess, like, one thing is like the prices are a little more expensive on movie monster series than they used to be. So that's part of it, but I don't know. We'll see. But that one was cool. Favorite shred design was 2003. Yeah, the 2003 is really cool, but wasn't crazy about the 2012, but I don't hate it. Gotcha. Also, I love the greens on Gallon Guy. Yeah, I love that green. It looks really cool. Nathan's planning to get other monsters for Christmas in 3 months. Yeah, why not? Ask for stuff and maybe they will come. You never know. Love Final Wars Geigen. Love Chainsaw accessories. Final Wars Geigen is just awesome, right? Like, it's really, really cool. Especially the chainsaw upgrade is very, very awesome. Not because I like Geigen for the message about. Yeah, no problem. All good. Geigen is just awesome, right? Like, just, nothing wrong with Geigen. Geigen is awesome no matter how you slice it. What else we got coming out? Like I said, I know I've been getting a lot of Transformers lately. It's just how these things like happen, right? Like, they just come in bunches. But a lot to look forward to. Like, Forming Devastator for me is huge. I have fingers crossed that it's like one of the best of the year. I just want it to be. Like, I'm kind of trying to will it to be. Just as a huge fan of that stuff. So we'll see. There's some really good contenders so far for the best of the year. But we'll see how that factors into it. And then there's a bunch of higher toy stuff that I'm hoping to get. Like I said, try not to import stuff too much right now, but we'll see how it goes. But Kong with Beast Glove, regular Kong. I don't know if I want them both. I might just get Beast Glove. I am not 100% sure. Evolved Godzilla. Like, there's a bunch. There's a bunch of stuff on the highest toy stuff, front that's got to come out that I really want to get. So Armada Nemesis Prime is about to go on pre-order. Is it going to be up online? That's the thing. I know it is. Is it going to be online? It's going to be available at NYCC and MCM London, but I haven't heard anything about online. I'll have to look into that, but you're saying it goes up for pre-order next week. That's weird. To me, that's... Oh, is it going to go up for Transformers Day? I'll have to see about that. I definitely want that. That looks awesome, but it's also going to be at, available to buy in person at New York Comic Con. I might just wait, which is coming up. New York Comic Con is coming up. So stay tuned for coverage from that as well. I will be there. I should be hanging out with Heisenberg like I did last year. So do stay tuned for a video with me and Heisenberg, which will be good. I stopped mostly stopped collecting MMS since in the US, a lot of the more desirable figures end up being $60, $75. Yeah, right? That's what happened with that Super Godzilla, and I didn't like it. It was definitely not a $60 figure for me. So yeah, that's blah. And especially since basically I paid the same price for that amazing Maquette X Plus Godzilla 54. That thing is gorgeous. If you haven't seen my review for that. Also planning to get Ultraman, but that kind of requires me to watch a whole Ultraman. So not really. If you think Ultraman looks cool, you could get it. If you think toys look cool, get toys. You don't have to know what it's from and know the characters really well to enjoy toys. Like toys are its own thing. The new Devastator looks good. The Constructicons do look good individually, but Devastator is definitely a big reason to get them. Yeah, for sure. I like the Constructicons, but Devastator is where it's at. So we will be... actually, one of the things I was going to do for this is possibly form Devastator for the first time, to see how it goes. But, I thought that was going to take me way too long. And I just opened up the 2-pack of Constructicons, and just too much to do. Like you said in Ultra Z News, the High Toys Monster X looks amazing, better than the Monster X. Absolutely. Monster X, cannot wait for that. All the new ones, obviously, but those are further down the line. Monster X, Behemoth, there's a lot of good stuff coming. But I'm trying to, I want to get the stuff that's that, some of the other reviewers have already reviewed. So I'm a little behind on those, and it is what it is, whatever. But I'm just waiting for them to come out in the US, because even getting stuff from AliExpress is, it's iffy right now. I got one thing from AliExpress, the ice cream bar robot, but then I had another thing that from AliExpress that totally disappeared. It was Cyber Gamora. It was like a brick Cyber Gamora. Never came. So I'm kind of hesitant to do anything for now. I did get a refund, so if it does come, hey, free toy. But yeah, I'm a little hesitant right now. I'd much rather get a full-size Marvin M1 versus 2 MMS. I agree. There's better things to buy right now. Honestly, it's supposed to be Hasbro Pulse exclusive. I think it's online for buying on the Takara Tomy site. Yes, that's the thing. It's going to be available in Japan, because it's not, they're not gonna have a con to go get it at. So the Takara Tomy Mall for Japanese customers, but I haven't heard Pulse exclusive yet. It could be, But what I did hear was New York Comic Con and MCM London. So I will check that. You know, I know, yeah, Nemesis Prime. Yep. Yeah, I will check that. And we'll not now, but you know. Oh, I bet. Okay. Yep. Most of my Ultraman are from shows I haven't watched. I mean, Nemesis Prime is a con exclusive, but also supposed to be available on Hasbro Pulse if it doesn't sell out in an hour. Yeah, well, again, I'm not 100% sure. I will definitely look into that. I personally like Monster X, and seeing Haya make him was so cool to see. I don't mind how the Shima looked, but I will say honest. I don't know if it's not a looks thing for me. It's just the actual Shima itself. Just like was just that and Final Wars Godzilla both like just always fell apart on me. Like I really had a horrible time with both of those figures. And the figures I hate most from SH Monster Arts are the ones that like fall apart on me. All right, I'm gonna watch Shin Ultraman. Shin Ultraman is excellent. All right, see ya, Nathan. I'm closing up shop now anyway. Definitely going to get NECA Howling Werewolf. It looks fantastic. It is awesome. The Howling, I have it. It is very, very awesome. It's a weird one for me because I'm doing that Kaiju Brooklyn Halloween show. I was thinking about selling it, even though I really liked it, but I'm trying to decide, like, I don't want to sell something that I feel like is going to be on my tops of the year. Trying to decide in the next month or so if it would make my tops. But it's a great figure, honestly. Really, really nice. Ultrazilla Toys makes a Kaiser guitar along with Monster X. Is Monster X Monster Art scale? I don't know. Their scale has gone down a lot lately. Like they've been making smaller figures for whatever reason. Yeah, I got lucky with my Godzilla 2004 Shima, but yeah, I'm probably not going to take the gamble of Monster X. So High is definitely going to be picked up, and even if it's a little bit bigger, it's fine. Like I feel like him, like bad guys for me, like being bigger is always kind of cool, like so I have no problem with that. I actually just said that recently with my Studio Series Megatron review, which is an excellent figure. Holy cow. And that's slightly bigger than the Studio Series Optimus. And I think they look good together. So bad guys being bigger, it's always good a little bit, for the good guys to overcome. A little bit more for the good guys to overcome, Agree, it makes them look much more imposing. Absolutely. All right, guys. I'm gonna call it at that. I'm gonna get out of here. Whenever I talk too much, my my jaw feels a little weird. I don't think any kaiju toy lines really have perfect scaling, but then again, scaling is often inconsistent within the movies themselves. Absolutely, Dorian. Me personally, I'm not a scale nut at all. Like, I don't care about scaling at all. Like it doesn't mean anything to me. Cool figures are cool figures, and if I want them, I'm gonna get them. And there's no rhyme or reason to the way I put stuff on my shelf when I put stuff on my shelf. But like, yeah, there's no rhyme or reasons to it. Ultraman, the Ultraman Omega episodes have been okay, not great. Blaza was way better, but not bad. Is Inception meets Kamen Rider. Oh, that's an interesting thing. I'm probably going to check that out now even more. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you to all of you guys for being a part of this. Dorian, Mecha Kong, Zilla, Ghosts, Nathan. I really appreciate you guys hanging out for an hour with me. Have a good rest of your night, good rest of your weekend. Do check out some other videos while you're here. I did some cool ones this week. And make sure to stop by for the Ultra Z news tomorrow night. A lot of cool stuff to talk about. All right. You guys have a great night. Till next time. Peace out, peeps. Oh, wait. I do want to get this skeleton incredibly important, but at least we have some harmony when I put kaijus together. Sure. Peace. Good night, guys.